Hi, how are you?
Hello, we're good,
We're
thank
good,
you.
thank you.
Before we go into your album, I was wondering, what are your musical backgrounds?
We have all studied jazz at the Jazz Conservatory.
Yeah, we have two synthesizer players in our band, and both of us have studied jazz piano, and Ingrid jazz vocal, and actually guitar player. Christopher, he has studied jazz tuba, and the drummer, of course, drums.
Okay. And when you were younger, did you always know you wanted to pursue a career in music?
No, I didn't know that. I didn't have any ambitions at all.
At all?
No.
So when did it change?
Maybe when I was like 16 or 17 and went to like high school and stuff like that.
Well, I think it was the same thing with me, or I started playing piano when I was 7. But when I was younger, I wanted to be a detective and a police woman. But I didn't make that dream happen.
No.
So when I was 16 and 17, it was just music I was doing all the time. So I never did I didn't say out loud, I'm going to be a musician. It just happened.
Did you already have musical influences by that time? Like people you listen to like on the regular?
Yes, like from when I was really young, I listened to Mariah Carey and Celine Dion and Whitney Houston a lot. But when I got a bit older, it was only like Spice Girls and fun music that I didn't like want to sing like Spice Girls the way I wanted to sing like Mariah Carey.
And for you?
Yeah, I was listening to pop. I listened to pop music, but my father was also, he is a musician, so I was also listening to a lot of his music that was more jazz music. So I started to listen to that quite early. So that was kind of our pop music in our home, in a way.
And the band began with you and I think with Trond. I don't know if I pronounce his name right. And first it was only the two of you. What made you decide that you needed more members?
Because he plays the drums, and vocals and drums are kind of hard to make work. So we just needed more members to actually fill out the music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next person who came was Stein?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then after that you added 2 more members, which is you, Marte and Christopher, yeah. And did you already have like a sound in mind, like this is what I'm looking for, and that's why you were looking for more band members?
No, I was kind of searching in the dark, but I kind of really liked the way they played with their other project. So I just kind of felt like maybe I could steal a bit of this and that.
Oh, so you already heard the band members play in other bands? Because I read somewhere in 2014 in your free time you were all playing at other bands besides Highasakite. Do you guys still do that, or is the focus totally on Highasakite?
No, we don't have the time to do that. Sometimes we are just working on our own music, producing music and stuff like that, but we don't have time to play in other bands. Or I don't. I don't think anyone else does.
No, okay. And then because you just said you're really busy, over the years you really became bigger. How did that influence you personally?
Personally, I think we've been more obsessed about our looks, kind of like so many pictures of us everywhere, and then you get kind of like self-aware. And also I think that we're just very lucky to be able to live just from music and just one band. You don't have to like do all sorts of bands. Some bands you don't really like, or you just do something you want.
Yeah, sorry. Do you find it hard that you're so aware of yourself now?
I think it's fun. Right now I just think it's fun to, But I was a bit more like, wool sweater, like big sweaters and just didn't care at all.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I need to care. And then it was fun.
And for you?
It's fun to think about the whole package. That we're kind of just being Highasakite, you know, all the time. And not only on stage, but that's how we are now. We were actually, I bought a sweater to my boyfriend, and he said, "This is a typical Highasakite sweater."
Yeah.
And could you describe that? What made it a typical?
No, but it wasn't. I don't know. It was just black, but kind of big with white text and something, kind of streetwear hip hop, but in a European way. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Speaking of the image of Highasakite, how would you describe the total image of Highasakite?
A bit dark, maybe a little bit mysterious. Yeah, that's kind of pretentious to say, but and I don't know.
I think that was nice, mysterious.
Yeah.
But and also kind of laid back. But at the same time, I think it's very cool. Yeah.
Is that the same for the music that you guys make? Like what you just said, like mysterious and dark. Would you describe your music that way as well?
Yeah, you could describe it that way.
Because I remember you saying in an interview that you really didn't like that people called your music Indiepop. How do you think about it now?
I don't know if I said that. I guess it was just like don't be, you know, in a box.
In a box.
Yeah, in a box. So because I had some references to Indiepop that would be more like feathers and another style, and now I think it's more like just pop music, a dark electronic pop music.
And not necessarily like the stereotype of indie pop.
No.
I see. Because when you look at the other bands you guys often get compared to, or other artists like Lykkeli and Björk, how do you think you guys set yourself apart from all the other indie, like the Scandinavian popular bands?
I think that both Björk and Lykkeli, they are solo artists, and we are a whole band, and it's kind of weird because we produce the record as kind of like the same way that a solo artist would do, like, or would think, like you think about like the finished product, and not like I'm gonna play some guitar and I'm gonna play some, everyone needs to play something, but I think about what's it gonna sound like with the best, but at the same time you can hear that this is a band that and everyone has their own voice. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, because you guys, you have 5 band members, and I can imagine you all have your different influences. Is it hard to create one sound that you all agree with?
I don't know. I think we have discussed a lot music, and I didn't feel it was so hard on this Camp Echo album, because I felt like we had many of the same ideas and really liked many of the same things. But of course we discussed it, but I felt that we were going on the same direction from the beginning.
Yeah. And then speaking of Camp Echo, the first single you guys released was Someone Who'll Get It. Yeah. Was that also the first song you guys started working on for the new album?
No, we worked on all the songs at the same time, and it's just that we thought that would be a good song to present first.
Why?
Because it's kind of.
I don't know. It was a good picture, maybe, on the rest of the record.
Yeah, and it isn't that far from the previous record, so it's kind of like smoothing it into something new.
Yeah. Okay. Because the previous record was, I think you guys said it was about relationship behind closed doors. What would you say that the story of this new album is?
Shit.
Or maybe there isn't one.
Just things happening outside the doors, perhaps. Or I don't know. Just about everything.
So would you say it's like an ongoing story after like the album before and then the next one? It's like an ongoing story, or is it like totally loose from each other?
I think you can hear that it's from the same person and from the same point of view, kind of, but maybe like going more out and being more about me and how I see the world, and not like so much in the twosomeness. But at the same time, I think that all the songs could be love songs as well. If you think of it like that. And I want it to be open so that everyone can like make their own kind of meaning about it and not like lock it down to something specific.